Alright, today we're going to be looking at the fixed income topic in your CFA Level 1 program. So CFA, gives a lot of importance to fixed income. Not just CFA, even in your real world, when you go back and start your job, you're going to be looking at a lot of opportunities in the fixed income. Fixed income by nature is a lot bigger than equity market. So you can be a credit risk analyst, you can manage bond portfolio, you can do research, there's a lot of things, a lot of job opportunities as well. Now, for your CFA curriculum in your level 1, you can get up to 14% of the questions from fixed income. In your level 2, 15%, and in your level 3, 20%. So together, out of the 300% across 3 levels, we are now talking about what? 20 plus 15, 35 and another 14, so almost 50%. So you are talking about 1/6 of the curriculum coming from fixed income, and this is 5% more than even equity. So this is one of the biggest, along with ethics and equity and FSA, one of the biggest topics that you are going to be studying in level 1. Now, how to go about it? There are 19 learning modules. This is the biggest topic in your CFA level 1. Out of the 93 total learning modules, 19 are there in fixed income. So we need to have a strategy on studying. So we at FinTrainers.com, so in our classes, I tell people that, you have a foundational phase where you understand the concepts, you take a test after that, and then you will review it. You'll do multiple reviews, and then you will take a second test after the reviews, and then obviously at the end, before your exams, before your mocks, you're going to study again and revise. So during the foundational one, we are focused more on learning the concepts. So we don't have to be 100% be an expert in all the learning modules. Be more strategic about it. So out of the 19, I'm going to divide this actually into 6 subgroups. The first 5 learning modules are introduction. They teach you what's a bond, what is a coupon, what's a par value, what's a government issuer, corporate issuers, these kind of basics. You need to know them. You need to know the terminologies, but you don't need to memorize them. You don't need to know them in and out. So I would spend some time there, just attend the class, watch the video, know the concepts, know the terminologies, but move on. Learning module 6, pricing. That's important. Pricing and yields. When you move to level 2 as well, we are going to go look at pricing of embedded bonds with embedded options, etc. A lot of this is continuation. So pricing and yields. And learning module 7 and 8, where we're talking about yields and yield spread. These are easy topics. Problems are there, and you can really enjoy this one. So 6 to 8, not that difficult. You spend some time apart from the classes practicing, you will get it, and move on. So 6 to 8 is important, right? So keep that in mind. Then when we come to learning module 9, which is the term structure of interest rates, very critical, very important. In fact, in your level 2, the first learning module, a big one, is the same thing, term structure of interest rates, but a continuation, an extension of that. Par rates, you're going to be introduced to what is a spot rate, spot curve. We're going to be talking about the bootstrapping technique. So critical, so important. But these are also very difficult. I would say amongst the 19 learning modules, if you are new to fixed income, this is probably the most difficult learning module. I would advise not to skip it just because it is difficult, because you need it. You need to spend enough time to get the hang of learning module 9, very important. And along with that comes the learning module 10 right after on interest rate, risk and return. This is a lot easier, but you need to know learning module 9, then attack learning module 10. So these are 2, I would group them together, spend good amount of time, even 10 hours to finish and understand this, go through, use the curriculum for this one, I would say 9 and 10. Then after that, we are talking about 11, 12, 13. This group is about measuring interest rate risk. We are talking about duration and convexity. Important, relatively difficult, but not as complicated as learning module 9. I would give it a high priority as well. So in terms of learning module 6 all the way to 13, this is the important topics. We are talking about out of the 19, 6 to 13, this is like 8 or so learning modules, right? We have 3 in the first group, 2, and then another 3. So 8 learning modules out of 19 that you have to really focus on. So this finishes the core part. Then you have two more. One is on credit risk, three more learning modules on credit risk, and three more on securitization. Those are important, but you don't have to spend a lot of time in your foundational one. A lot of this is also theory, which you will forget if you spend a lot of time, 6-7 months before the exam. It's more strategic to study this closer to the exam. I would watch the video, attend the class, take some of the practice questions behind the curriculum or FinTrainers or whichever prep provider you're using, solve some questions, and then move on, and then attack this a little closer to the exam. All right, so hopefully that helped you. We will be doing a series on this kind of topics in CFA Level 1. Cover all the 10 topics. What's the strategy, how to go about it, which topics are really important to focus on upfront. All right, good luck with your exams.